Yo, what's going on, you guys? It's Nacho with a brand new video, and in today's video we are going to be installing a brake light modulator on my 2025 Yamaha R9. Alright guys, so I bought this from TST Industries, and the reason why I got it is because every time I brake in the rear, as you can see, this is all it does and it doesn't blink. And with that being said, this brake light modulator can change all that. The modulator has 3 set modes, and I'll show you guys exactly how to configure all of them. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started with the install. If you guys haven't already, make sure you guys check out my last video. I installed this stabilizer, and towards the end of the video I gave you guys a quick review, so make sure you don't miss out on that video. So to start with the install, we're going to go ahead and get rid of that rear seat. Actually, we got to unbox this, so let's go ahead and unbox this right now. Alright, here we go. This is the modulator that we're going to need, along with 2 zip ties, and it comes with a harness that we're going to need to install for the Yamaha R9. Alright guys, so this install is super easy. We're going to start by unplugging this right here. Alright guys, so after you unplug this, you're going to go ahead and grab your adapter, plug this into the adapter, just like that. You're going to go ahead and plug this back into that spot. Then this white piece is actually going to plug in right into the modulator, just like that. All right, there we go. Now that we got everything plugged in, I'm going to go ahead and test it out. All right, let's go and test it out now. Perfect. And as you guys can see, it works perfectly. I think it's flashing a little too quick, so we're going to go ahead and adjust that. All right, so with the modulator, we're going to go ahead and unscrew these 2 bolts right here. We got one out. So now we can pop this cap off. With this blue dot right here, if you actually turn it counterclockwise, it'll slow down the flashes. And if you turn it clockwise, it'll actually speed it up. So I'm gonna go ahead and slow it down by turning it left. All right, so I slowed it down a little. Let's go ahead and test it out. All right, so that's a little too slow. We're gonna go back in here and speed it up a little bit. Let's go and test that out. There we go, that's a little better. All right guys, so I'm gonna show you guys all 3 modes. The first mode is pretty straightforward. I'm gonna go ahead and hit the rear brake. As you can see, it's just gonna flash and then stay solid. If I hold the rear brake and click the button, it'll toggle between the second mode. And this second mode is pretty much just going to continuously flash and never stop. This one is my personal favorite, so I'm probably going to keep it on this mode. But the third mode basically looks like this. It's just going to flash, stay solid, and then flash again. And it's just going to do that continuously. So I'm going to go ahead and go back to my mode that I like. And once again, if you want it quicker, go ahead and turn it clockwise. If you want it slower, turn it counterclockwise. All right guys, so that is pretty much it. I'm going to go ahead and tuck in all the wires, put the rear seat back on. And if you guys got any questions, make sure you leave them down below. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.